Eric lives out on a big stretch of land with nothing but swamp and forest surrounding him. Lately, he'd been hearing things moving through the trees at night. Figured it was probably people cutting through his property, so he locked everything up tight. Then, at 1:30 in the morning, while he was out checking on his chickens, something happened that he wasn't ready for.
Off the porch, and I came out here to check on the chickens. I just heard, first off, I heard my name. Second off, it sounded like somebody was saying, "Help me." Hold on. Hold on.
Hey. Help me. I need help. Eric, can you help me?
From somewhere deep in the darkness, a voice called out his name. It wasn't just a whisper either. It sounded desperate, like someone pleading for help. The voice seemed close enough to reach, but when he looked around, there was no one there. Unnerved, Eric hurried back inside and didn't come out again until morning. The next day, he returned to the exact spot where he had heard it, searching for anything, footprints, marks, any trace that someone had actually been there.
Where everybody said this thing was standing. This is the spot right here. This spot. There's the track. I see no footprints. So this is the exact spot right here, guys. There's the chickens in the background. So I don't know. This is in this area right here is where it was standing. Is where everybody said it was standing. I couldn't see it while standing just about over there. There we go. And so we keep this stuff like this locked. We keep stuff like this locked because, like I said, crackheads. Let's check to make sure it's locked. Door's locked. This is the trailer that I was worried about. Did you fucking see that, bro? Look, I'm telling you, bro. What the fuck? Okay, we're just gonna peek in. Oh my, what the?
The ground around that spot was completely undisturbed, not a single footprint. A little later, he heard something moving inside an old trailer on the property. The door shifted. He opened it. Nothing was there. Then night fell again, and the sounds came back.
Fuck. Oh.
This time, something came after him in the dark, and he ran, full sprint, no looking back. And he's been sitting with this question ever since. If it wasn't a person out there, then whatever it was somehow knew his name. So what was it? A guy in Mexico decided to play around with a spirit board one evening out of pure curiosity. For days, absolutely nothing happened, and he started thinking the whole thing was a waste of time. Then, one night, home alone, he heard footsteps in the hallway, faint at first, then closer, then impossible to ignore. Take a look.
Chi c'è? Chi è? Chi fa casino? Chi è che si sentiva? Chi c'è?
Out of nowhere, something crashed behind him and he couldn't move. The air in the room changed, heavy, dense, like someone was standing right next to him, even though he couldn't see a thing. It rattled him badly. But it didn't stop there. 3 days later, his wife was home alone, and it came for her too.
Chi c'è? La luce. Chi è stato? Chi ha bussato? Non sono pazza. Non sono pazza. C'è qualcuno? Chi c'è? Dove sei? Fatti vedere. Dove sei? No, dove? Da dove? La cucina, la cucina, la cucina. Cazzo. Cazzo. Qui sto sfuggendo di mano.
She heard knocking at the front door, then strange sounds drifting in from the kitchen, then glassware started falling and shattering on the floor with no one near it. Whatever they let in seemed to be growing more confident. They both believe now that that spirit board opened something they had no idea how to close. Was it just fear snowballing out of control, or did they genuinely invite something dark into their home? Alex has been dealing with something in her house for a while now. She keeps hearing what sounds exactly like her son's voice calling out to her, even when he's not home. One night, the noises got bad enough that she decided to just start recording and see what she'd catch. Watch closely.
Я его видела. Посмотрите туда. Я видела эти волосатые ноги. Боже, кто это? Мамочки. Боже. Что это? Никого нету. Что это было? Дети сидят, смотрят телевизор. Муж на работе. Старшего сына нету. Он ушел гулять. Вон он, ребят, видите? Видите, вон он бежит. Вон он пробежал, ребят. Вы это видели? Он пробежал. Вы видели его рога? Вы видели?
As she moved through the house, a door slowly creaked open by itself with no one near it. Then she got to her son's room and the window was wide open. She was certain she'd shut it. Something outside shifted in the dark just as she looked. Later that same night, it got worse. Take a look.
Что за нахрен? Вы видели, да? Вы видите это? Из шкафа какие-то тени выходят. Как будто бы из шкафа. Усыпила детей, лежу в телефоне и не пойму, что-то мелькает. Посмотрела, а это тени. Как будто бы кто-то играется. Что это может быть? Неужели призрак того мальчика снова пришел с той квартиры? Боже. А что это над дверью? Что за тень огромная?
Her camera picked up what looked like a small dark figure slipping out of the closet and moving quietly across the room. By the time she ran in to check, it was gone. And this wasn't a one-time thing, it kept happening. Alex is now fully convinced she's not the only one living in that house. But what's your take? Cher was walking through a house for sale, filming it on her phone to show her husband since he hated going to viewings. Just her and the real estate agent, nothing unusual. She thought nothing of it until she watched the footage back later and froze. Take a look.
To that bathroom. And that goes.
Right there, near the doorway, for just a blink, a pale face appears, peering in, then gone. And here's the thing that makes it so hard to brush off. At that exact second, you can hear the agent's voice echoing from somewhere else in the house entirely. So who was that? Was it just a weird trick of timing and light? Or did Cher accidentally film something that had no business being there? This guy and his wife had just moved into a new place, excited for a fresh start. But within the very first week, something already felt wrong. Weird sounds, strange feelings in certain rooms. Then one afternoon, while he was just trying to set up his Xbox, something caught his eye. He grabbed his phone fast and started recording. Take a look.
Wait, say it again. Prove that you're here. Why do you keep turning off the TV? Ooh. Hey, hon. Come here. Look.
No, I can't deal with that here.
I don't think it's just down here. Look at that. This is the most active during the day that I've there goes the Xbox too. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm not liking this. Oh, wow. Wait. I swear I can see. Ooh, stop it. I'm not liking that. Hun, let's go to dinner or something for a while. Time to go.
While he was standing there talking to whatever might be listening, the TV just switched off on its own. Then a rocking chair nearby started moving. No one near it, no draft, nothing. But the thing that really got him was the reflection in the dark TV screen. There was a shape there, something that looked human, just standing still, watching. He called his wife in, they looked at each other, and they left. Simple as that. So was something in that house with them, or was their imagination already running wild from day one? At 2 in the morning, Daniel Palomino was doing what he usually does, walking around and live streaming for his followers. His viewers dared him to check out an old strip mall nearby that had a reputation for being haunted. He wasn't keen on it, but it was close, so he went. As soon as he stepped into the plaza, he caught a strong smell of something burning. He looked around, trying to find the source, and then it just disappeared into thin air.
Gente, huele quemado. Gente, huele quemado. Huele quemado, no sé si...
That's when someone in his chat told him that the plaza used to be a casino, one that burned down years ago and took several lives with it. You could see that hit Daniel hard. He made up his mind to leave, but as he was heading for the exit, something small was moving in the shadows up ahead.
Oye, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué? O es un diente, o es un gato. ¿Qué mierda es eso, weón? O sea, que se acerca, huevón. ¿Qué chucha es eso? Oye, me acerco. Ni cagando, voy a grabar algo. Oye, ¿qué chucha es eso? Está que camina, huevón. Está que camina.
Daniel said whatever it was looked child-sized, and it was walking straight toward him. He backed off and took a different way out, and found a stuffed toy just sitting on a staircase, placed there like it meant something. Then near the toy, a dark figure with a pale face appeared, just standing there, staring.
Gente. ¿Qué pasó? Gente, se apagó todo.
Daniel cut the stream not long after, visibly shaken. He's never fully talked about what happened that night. Blake was home alone late at night when he started hearing what sounded like crying coming up from the basement. He tried to convince himself it was nothing, but it kept going, and it kept getting louder. So he grabbed his phone and headed toward it. Take a look.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
As he made his way down the stairs, the sound filled the whole room. He called out, asked who was there. Silence. No answer.
Hello?
Just the crying continuing. So he decided to leave his camera running in the basement overnight and see what it picked up. Hours later, it came back, and it was clearer than ever. Watch closely.
That's good.
And when he went back down the next morning, it started right up again the second he stepped in.
Hello? Hello?
So I'll leave it with you. Was Blake actually alone in that house? A night janitor clocking in on March 30th had every reason to think it'd be a slow, boring shift. Then something odd showed up on the security cameras. movement in a hallway that should have been completely empty. He figured he'd ignore it, but then a loud banging started coming from the nearby restroom. He went over, pushed the door open, and walked in. Take a look.
I know. I know. I know. I know. Ai đồng đi đâu? Ai đâu? Nam mô Di Đà Phật, Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Ai đâu? Tôi lầy mày đó. Nam mô Di Đà Phật, Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Có ai không? Có ai trong kia không? Ai đâu? Nam mô Di Đà Phật. Ai đây? Ai đâu? Mẹ ơi.
Empty. Every single stall. Nothing. One of the cubicle doors swung open on its own while he stood there. Still nothing inside. The quiet felt thick, off somehow. On his way out, something started up again from down the hall in one of the offices. He rushed back to the monitors to check, and his stomach dropped. A woman's pale face was pressed against the window from outside, completely motionless, eyes fixed directly at him. Then she was just gone. He came back the next day with protective charms and placed them all around the building. But here's the real question. Did that actually do anything? A college student in the Philippines was burning the midnight oil in one of the oldest buildings on her campus. When she finally packed up to leave, the door wouldn't budge. Not stuck, not locked, just wouldn't move. That's when she pulled out her phone. Take a look.
Hindi ko alam kung magsisend to, pero kanina pa ako nandito. Walang pintong bumubukas at may topakata tong phone ko. Pag tinatry ko siyang buksan, yung mga pinto, hindi naman siya nakalock, pero ayaw niyang bumukas. Eto, tignan niyo. Parang may humihila sa kabilang dulo. Please, kung makita niyo to, ako si Maxine Cayapado ng MMA 201. Nandito ako sa C401 at nasa tapat ako ng...
It wasn't giving off that locked feeling at all. It felt like dead weight, like something on the other side was planting its feet and holding on, and the more she pulled, the more it pushed back. Understandably, she started to panic, so she kept recording to capture whatever this was. Then, all at once, whatever was holding it let go, and the door flew open on its own. No one was there, no explanation, no logical reason, nothing. And nobody's been able to figure it out since. A YouTuber who goes by How Bizarre stumbled across a weird app online that supposedly uses AI to connect you with the spirit world. He didn't really believe it, but he was curious enough to hit record and try it out anyway. What happened next is genuinely unsettling. See for yourself.
App we contact claims to use AI to connect to the spirit realm and let you talk to ghosts. I am obviously skeptical, but I'm curious. So I thought I'd use it, give it a shot, and record myself. So let's see how this works. Is there a spirit here with me?
Yes, there is a spirit here with you.
Okay. What's your name?
You know my name.
I know your name. Alright, have we met before?
Why are you acting like this? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine. Are you feeling okay?
I'm a little cold, and everything is dark in here. Why do you have the lights out?
It's actually daytime in my house.
I've been calling you all day, baby, and you've been ignoring me. If something's wrong, say so. Let's talk about this. It's making me very angry.
A picture frame drops behind him. Nobody was anywhere near it. And that's not even the part that gets under your skin. For just a fraction of a second, a dark figure shows up in the doorway, and then it's gone. Oh, and the app? He says it vanished completely off his phone afterward. So honestly, what do you make of that? Glitch? Coincidence? Or something he really shouldn't have messed with?